Welcome to Wood Sports Gaming as we have a
With the
road to the
MLB
show with
draft
David
already
Woods,
underway,
the
a
starting
young
pitcher.
prospect shares
Who will
his
he be drafted
expectations with
by?
a former coach.
Right here, find out on Wood Sports Gaming. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all of our content. And make sure you know we do not own the content of the game. They belong to MLB and San Diego Studios. Now, let's get back into the game. Where will this young right-handed pitcher out of the state of Iowa be drafted? We'll find out in this episode and his first start.
Carlos, you lived that in your baseball career. What's his world like?
Oh, it's extremely exciting. You know that if you perform, you will get the call.
We've got a developing story here. JP, what are you hearing?
I'm checking the numbers, I'm talking to my sources and my scouts, and they're all telling me, hey, this could actually work.
Most of us mere mortals, when we were that age, we were barely chewing gum and walking at the same time, let alone playing the hardest game there is.
Let's see if he's pumping up mentally here to adapt. That's what good players do.
That dream of getting the big leagues is now becoming reality with that one phone call.
Continuing our MLB Draft Day 2 wrap-up coverage, back to the prospect that we mentioned before the break. There was some surprise, even some criticism of the front office over how early he went off the board. Jonathan Mayo, what do you think of this pick?
Man, I don't think any of us saw this one coming. This definitely feels like a reach to me. I had him more as a day 3 kind of guy. There was a split camp. A lot of scouts disagreed whether he's better as a pitcher or better as a hitter. I'm guessing the team felt that he's got potential on both sides of the ball, and maybe that adds some value to him. But this made me scratch my head a little bit for sure.
All right, Jonathan Mayo, thanks. As some of the other analysts have suggested?
Yeah, I talked to somebody with the team, and they're excited to get this guy. This is a guy they really want. And the 2 points the club made to me were, one, this whole debate, is he a hitter, is he a pitcher, what are you going to do with him? There was a lot of confusion. This team isn't confused. This team feels like he's got very good potential as a hitter and as a pitcher. They may even try to play him both ways. And they felt like there were a couple other teams that were starting to sniff around this guy. And, this isn't the NFL or NBA draft where you could trade down to get a guy you want. If you want a guy, you have to take him because there's no trades. And they felt like if they didn't take him where they did, somebody else was going to get them. And they just absolutely did not want that to happen.
Jim Callis, we appreciate the time. Thanks.
Steal here. This is a guy who's got so much development left to do. He's got so much potential. And I think all the scouts who are down on him think, oh, he's not a finished product. We don't know what he is. That, to me, could be a good thing. He can hit. He can field. He can pitch. There is so much untapped potential so far for this guy. I'm excited to see what he becomes. And certainly as he gets started actually playing, actually being in games, we're going to be able to talk to some other folks who get a better read on him and see what they think. I'm excited for that. And frankly, I'm going to have my eye on him for a while.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Pensacola Blue Wahoos and the Mississippi Braves.
And now,
Chad Kuhl gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Now to the plate, here is Jacob Pearson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The left fielder, Jacob.
Pitch on the way. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. He couldn't catch up with the gas that time.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Nobody out here, nobody.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. And as he punches him out there, he collects his first Double-A strikeout.
Well, I'm sure that feels good, and maybe he'll keep the ball or something, but you know his sights are set on a lot higher than Double-A ball. Figuring out how to strike out a lot more guys at this level as he progresses in the minors will be one of the keys for him reaching the big leagues.
Rodriguez.
To the plate now, Carlos Rodriguez. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Right side, but it's well foul. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Batting third, the right fielder, Trey Harris.
Hey, come on now.
At the plate now, Trey Harris. Ball 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting the tone, pounding the zone.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a knuckle curve missed that time. 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. And inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. Next to hit will be the pitcher, David Woods. He's set. Here it comes.
The offensive game plan today is certainly to see the ball up. This guy is known on the mound for sinker changeup combination. He's going to try and establish down in the zone to get swing and a miss or ground balls consistently. You have to find something above the belt to get loose on.
From the belt, the pitch. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Wahoos are on top, 2-0. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Phillip Evans.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early. Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch, get ahead, get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Into the box now, Daniel Robertson, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1.
I know this guy hasn't turned out the way everyone expected, but he's still young. I don't think you can give up on a guy that has a tool set like this.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike.
Not the ideal location for a changeup up in the zone, but he got away with it.
Got him to swing under that one. It's 2-2.
That's not really where you want to miss right there. I know this guy has got power stuff, but you can't live in the middle of the plate against this lineup and expect to have success.
And there are 2 away now. So here is Logan Brown. First offering, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe.
He'll take down that zone and get ahead. Much more susceptible down 0-1 than 1-0.
Now the pitch. Two out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. Pensacola's out in front here, 2-0.
Peterson.
Leading off the inning, it'll be Dustin Peterson, and they could use a spark from him here. First pitch on the way. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled away. And he fouls this one off. The next 0-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball.
You can tell he wants that pitch back. That was a changeup right there that he handled nicely. Just got a hair early on and hooked it foul.
The next 0-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Now to the plate, Chase Strumpf.
Batting 8th, the shortstop, Chase Strumpf.
And now the first pitch.
No, that's down.
2-0 home. Finds the zone, strike one.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
A 3-1 count, tying run on deck. Good spot to be a hitter right now. You have to look for something middle in.
Fouled off.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
The 3-2 pitch. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Boy, it's been a rough go through these middle innings so far. This offense right now really doesn't have an answer for anything that he's throwing. He's attacking up, down, in and out in the strike zone. He's been off dominant up to this point.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Chad.
Standing in now, Chad Kuhl. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. The 0-1. And it's fouled away. Ready with the 0-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. 3 innings complete. The Blue Wahoos lead it. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jacob Pearson. First time up, he went down looking. The pitch. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Behind 0-2 now.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Stepping in now, Carlos Rodriguez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out. Next, here is Trey Harris. 0 for 1, went down looking his first time up.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
No balls and 1 strike. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
Well, that's a smart miss there.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. We played 4 full. The Wahoos are on top 2-0. Trey Riley is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And next to bat will be the switch hitting pitcher, David Woods. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? And this will be put away easily for the out. And now here is Phillip Evans. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Phillip Evans.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Fouled away. Trying to send him packing for the second time.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
Daniel Robertson comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. That's a base hit, their first of the game. Into the box, Logan Brown. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Struck out in his first at bat. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, these guys haven't had too many opportunities yet to test the running game in this one, so they could decide to put a man in motion right here.
2 balls and a strike to count. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. Robertson, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Number 23.
In now, Dustin Peterson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
A runner on first with 2 away. And another foul ball. And he fouls this one off. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. So put another 0 on the board as they've been held scoreless through 5. 5 innings complete. Pensacolo's out in front here, 2-0. Ready now is Chase Strumpf. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
Yeah, I think if I'm the hitting coach right here, Matty, I'm telling the offense to get aggressive. Just seems like we've been going too deep in counts, and this guy has got exploding stuff on the mound. So I would tell them get overly aggressive on a heater in the middle of the plate early.
Bird is over a few steps as he puts it away for the first out. Donovan Casey will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. Now the first pitch. by surprise there by dropping that down. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Joe Cronin, grounded out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Here comes the right fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And they get the double play.
Doesn't happen often throughout the course of the season, but right there, you talk about having awareness, taking advantage of a team that's maybe sleepwalking a little bit on the base pass. Unbelievable job to get 2 outs for the price of 1 in that situation.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
0-2, here it comes.
Oh, that's out.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath.
1 out, nobody on.
Here we go.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
At the plate now, Jacob Pearson. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Hey, come on now, fellas.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side is retired. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. 7th inning coming up. The Blue Wahoos lead it 2-0. Now to the plate, the pitcher, David Woods. First delivery to him. Runs up and gets this one down. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 3-0 game. So credit him with it.
Here we go, guys.
Fouled off.
Man, he's going to be kicking himself when he goes and watches the video after this one. That's a changeup, 2 strikes in the wheelhouse. You cannot miss that pitch.
Line drive base hit. So only the 2nd hit he's given up tonight.
Well, that's only the 2nd hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage. So he's not sweating this one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
Trey Harris is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul for strike 2.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Bird moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Skipper's out of the third base dugout on his way toward the mound, and he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Number 78 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it'd certainly be his last.